The leaders have their own roles, to play. And so also the institutions of government, they all have their own very, very important roles to play. Now, in Nigeria, we have one thing that is a major challenge, and that is the high rate of unemployment. Maybe that is the major cause of Nigeria being the poverty headquarters, of the world right now. It's nothing nice at all. Yes, nothing is nice about that. But trust me, the high rate of unemployment, you cannot shy away from the fact that it's also playing a major role in making us that poverty headquarters of the world. You go to school, you spend years in school, spend your hard-earned money. In most cases, your parents are forced to sell things. Your parents are forced to stay hungry. Your parents are forced to stay without roof, yes, over their head, just to make sure that you go through school. You know why? Because most of them, they believe that as soon as you are through with school, you will get a job. Not just a job, but quality job that will now begin to pay the bills. Yes, they train you so that you can feed home. Yes, trust me. The primary reason of every parent training their child is for that child to be able to feed home. Whether you like it or not, that is just a fact. Yes. But then, in most cases, after graduation, you see young people wandering about, going about looking for jobs. And so many of them, when they fail to get, well-paying jobs, some of them might be patient, some of them might be knowledgeable enough, some of them might be blessed with wisdom enough to diversify, for example, going into trade, and of course acquiring skills. But some of them, because of impatience and maybe lack of wisdom, some of them will go into crime. And let's not also forget that some of them will want to run out of the country, the one we call Japa. Now, have you ever asked yourself why so many qualified youths remain unemployed? If you say Nigerian youths are lazy, I don't want to agree with that. Nigerian youths, some definitely are lazy, but don't generalize. Some are so brilliant, some are so smart, but they are not given the opportunity. Why? Because when you graduate in Nigeria, you now discover there's something called certificate and certificates. Yes, the certificate syndrome has really dealt with us in this country, and it has really made things even more difficult for the average youth in the country. If you don't have money enough after graduation, you might not get a government job. Unlike those days where you graduate and the government will come for you. They will give you options. According to what we heard, stories that we heard from our fathers and even our great-grandfathers, they said that in those days, as soon as you are through with school, getting a job will not be an issue. But nowadays, they said getting jobs those days was never an issue. But nowadays, it's not just an issue, but in fact, I don't know what to say about it anymore. If you are done with school, you must first of all strike a balance between your certificate and, of course, what we call certificate. Why is it that, as it stands now, it's like certificate is even more important than certificate? You need to have money before you get a job in the country. Yes, one of such things that is going on at the moment is the case of the Federal Character Commission. The Federal Character Commission is an institution saddled with the responsibility of making sure that everyone gets equal treatment as regards employment in Nigeria. So, when such an institution is now being bedeviled with job racketeering, then that is to say that job racketeering has eaten deep into the fabrics of our dear nation called Nigeria. Why do people sell jobs? Why do people buy jobs? Who do we blame? Do we blame the buyers? Do we blame the sellers? Now, the case that is currently ongoing is the case at the FCC, just like I said, the Federal Character Commission. If you remember I think a month or thereabout ago, the House of Representatives resolved to investigate an alleged mismanagement of personnel personnel recruitment, employment racketeering, and mismanagement of the integrated payroll and personnel information system IPs by ministries, departments, and agencies MDAs. And because of this move, based on the motion adopted, a motion moved by Honorable Oluwole Oke, who is the former chairman of the House Committee on Public Accounts at the plenary. Now, because of that move, it led to this investigation that is ongoing. And just yesterday, Haruna Kolo, who is an ex-aide to the chairperson of the Federal Character Commission, Mohiba Dankaka, has confessed to selling federal employment slots to job seekers at the directive of his former boss. In quote, directive. Meaning he wasn't doing it alone. He was doing it at the directive of his former boss. Mr. Kolo made the confession on Monday while testifying before a House Representative ad hoc committee investigating job racketeering at ministries, departments, and agencies. According to him, in his testimony, Mr. Kolo alleged that Ms. Dankaka set up a job racketeering ring, collecting money from job seekers. Most of these big players, they don't come out. You know, what they do is they just sit back in their office, set up a team that will be in charge of collecting this money. In fact, according to him, he said people pay different different amounts of monies we are being paid. In fact, he said Shehu is one of those people who paid monies into his account. Some paid 1 million naira, others paid 1.5 million naira to his personal account. And in fact, have you bothered to calculate how much they made just within a year or two or even 4 years? And this is not someone that is hungry. This is allegation though for now, but let's assume people who are well placed in such positions, let's just assume some of them are into this business. It's not that they are not well paid. It's not that they don't have money. But why will they, collect the little that some persons have in the society? Okay, let's assume some persons don't even have. Before you be able to buy a job of 1 million naira, meaning you have money, meaning you have families that can actually afford you that. Before you are able to pay 1.5, meaning you have relatives, you have friends, you have siblings, you have your own personal cash. But what about the less privileged? What about those brilliant graduates who can barely feed? Their parents cannot even afford 50,000 naira. Before you now begin to talk of 500,000 or even 1 million naira. What about those that they are so brilliant, they want to work for this country, they want to bring in their expertise, they want to see how they can turn things around in our different ministries, departments, and agencies, but they don't have money to buy this employment? What do we do with them? Why are people this heartless? Should I say we should blame those who are selling the jobs or those who are buying the jobs? Just of recent, another federal officer, yes, a prison officer, was arrested not quite long ago because he also sold a job to someone. I think he collected 700,000 naira or thereabout. My question this morning is, how can we put an end to job racketeering? I know it will not stop, but how can we reduce it to the barest minimum? Who is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that, employments are being monitored? Slots, giving out slots. How do we monitor slots? What do we do to reduce job racketeering? People are buying job, people are selling job. Do you have money to buy? Are you willing to buy if you are to buy? These are some of the things we need to talk about this morning. Just give me a call. 090-7353-0044. You can also call 090-87-66-8888. On WhatsApp is 090-97 05 4450. And on Facebook is Eagles FM Abuja. You can drop your comment on Facebook as well. Eagles FM Abuja. Please call in and let's hear what you have to say about job racketeering in Nigeria, meaning selling and buying of jobs in Nigeria. Hello, good morning.
I pay the great.
Yes, good morning.
I pray God pack wisdom that you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Keep it up, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
From your former station down to this station, yeah, I heard your voice here. I said, wow, this man will full of wisdom.
Thank you, sir.
You see, I pay the great. Thank you brought up this topic. Many times I ask myself, who do all these things? You know, one of my friends sold almost everything he had for the wife to secure job in the Ministry of Education. The woman was teaching in Loyola University Secondary School.
Wow.
So she got a job opportunity at Ministry of Education. The guy was busy. The guy sold his keke. Was busy selling his mobile. I said, what? He said he wants to pay money for the wife to get a job. I said, pay money when you want to get a job. Why? Why are you paying this such amount of money? Why can't she use the money to start up business? He said, no. A federal government job is secured. I said, what do you mean? He said, even if she is retired, she'll be getting her pension and gratuity and stuff like that. That the government job is more secure than leaving the private job. Because private job, they can start you at any time. I said, is the reason why? I said, how much is the question? They asked her to bring 750,000. Wow. Minister of Education. So this thing is almost everywhere. It's even defined. My friend paid up to 1 million to get a job. So this thing is everywhere. It's everywhere. And this thing has eaten deep into this country. And that's why we're not giving our best any longer. Because we're not taking people by merit any longer. We're not taking people based on the highest bidder. And that's why this country is not moving forward. This country is looking as if it's standstill. Because when you paid money up to 1 million to get a job, what will you offer? Are you qualified to be in that job? Because you have paid money, you felt you bought the job, so you'll be doing as you like. But if you are given the job by merit, by qualification, you take the job very serious. And that's why you go to many government established agencies, you see them busy selling egusi, peeling egusi, selling wrapper, selling jewelry, people that came for jobs. I went to local government to do my marriage registration. When I got there, these women were busy peeling egusi. They asked me to wait that they're coming. I waited for over 1 hour. They haven't come to attend to me. I walked to them. I said, are you paying salary? Does the government pay you salary? I said, well, I said, look, if by next 5 minutes you guys don't come to attend to me, I will petition all of you. Because I don't see reason why you take government job like as if it is your personal business. Will you take it like
that?
More than 10 people are waiting for you. I know that you're doing this thing free. My marriage registration is about 5,000 naira. You're going to collect money from us. Yet you still waste our time. What's the meaning about this? And this thing is replicable to all government establishments. You know, you go to some civil defense offices, they are busy sitting on that tree, gossiping. Many of the women open their boots, selling their wrapper, selling their jewelry and stuff like that.
Sad.
At the end of the month, they collect jumbo allowance for not doing any job. So we need government that will be up and doing. That's why we don't need men who be in so wrong. Why report to be getting to them? One government who will wake up, move around, think for himself, see how things are being done. Not a man who will be waiting for reports, waiting for psychopaths to come and sing praises for him, telling him that all is well, Nigerians are praising him, whereby he's busy sleeping in Aso Rock. We need men, we need people that will be up and doing, that will make this country work. So many things has gone wrong.
All right, thank you.
We don't know when we're going to get out of this. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much. It's very, very unfortunate. People who know it are no longer in employment. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Ape.
Yes, good morning.
Olajide from Usesunsi.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
The question you asked, last caller didn't dwell on it. He is still repeating what is happening. But your question was, how do we get there, or what is the way out? Abi?
Exactly.
In your profile of this program, you said previously when you graduated, companies are looking for you. They are already car, house for you. And you are talking of those years. And if I could remember, that should be around 50, 60, and early 70s. And I will ask you, Honorable Ape, within that period, how many gatherings do we have in a year? So you can see, how many gatherings do we have in the entire Nigeria? If you count them, I don't think they are up to 1,000.
Fact.
Abi? But at that time, we have numerous companies that can absorb entire gatherings of that year. Abi? That was why things was moving smoothly. And people's eyes open to schooling. So the population of schooling increased astronomically. Universities were created, so we have more students graduating. Honorable Ape, if I'm not mistaken, we have close to 200 universities in Nigeria. If not more than that, both the private, the state, and the federal.
Exactly.
And you can imagine the number of students they are graduating every year compared to the number of available companies to absorb them. As we are speaking, the only job available in Nigeria is the state, local, and federal ministries. That is where space is. And those places are overstretched. It's shocked up already. Are you getting it? So the demand to get job is times 1,000 of availability space.
Sad.
That is what leads to selling and buying of jobs. In those years you talk about, who will buy job? Who will say where to sell it? Who will we sell it to? There are many options to choose from. Are you getting it? But today, everybody wants to work in ministries where they will be redundant, where they will not even go to that work, and they will be collecting salary. Are you getting it?
Very well.
Now, finally, how do we curb selling and buying? Is only one solution. Let there be multiple of jobs, not ministry work, not government work. In Western world we are talking about, in US, let me tell you something. They have 176 refineries. Honorable Ape? 176 refineries. So you can imagine the number of people those refineries will employ. And they are not government-owned refineries. They are private refineries in the United States. In India, the same thing. In China, the same thing. In Western Europe, Eastern Europe, the same thing. They are not owned by government. They are owned by... That is why you see, even there are some Western countries, people don't even want to work with government. They want to work with private companies. Because the money, the incentives are far, far better than that of government. And that is what we experienced here in Nigeria some years back. The only way government can help, it is not only federal. Everybody is looking federal to president that we want to my village and come and house our king in my village. What is happening here? If president works on my village, how many villages do we have in Nigeria that president will go? What we have to do is that let us state, local government, partner find a way of creating jobs. No white collar job.
Okay.
Yeah, look at what you said in your that in China that there are some students that are doing some things. They place it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But here, what we place on TikTok is yes and breast. Are you getting it? Until we find way to create job ourselves, there are many job opportunities in the agricultural sector. I could remember when we were in secondary school. Do you know in the secondary school, we were taught how to drive tractor. God is my witness. That is my secondary school. We were taught how to drive. There are so many funny planes. There are things we do. But all those things we are jettisoning it. How can you, as a technical student, you graduated, you cannot go into what you have studied technically. Everybody wants to work with government because government job in Nigeria is a lazy work. Until we go back to the grassroots, all of us, the technical teachers in universities, the technical teachers in college of education, until they now come together, what we are practicing in school, let's put it into practicable on field. That is where we can get job. And when there's multiple of jobs, there will be no more sale and buying of jobs. Okay. God bless Nigeria.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your analysis this morning. Indeed, we need multiple jobs. Yes, and maybe that might as well reduce the buying and the selling of federal government jobs and state as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello, you are very great.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
My name is Paul from Paris.
Okay, nice to have you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Just to clear a little notion here. Government, not all government jobs that are lazy jobs.
Okay.
Most of workers that you see in some of these ministries and parastatals, they are as hardworking as any other private person.
Okay.
So let us not jungle people into one sector or one group and say it's just a lazy job. Where I work, I know what I go through every day to deliver.
Okay.
So the ministries, if you have ministries that are working, you are working on target and you must meet your target professionally. No, so it's not everyone that is redundant.
Okay.
And my praise, Honorable Ape.
Yeah.
You see, there's something I want to say about the National Assembly that has been this investigation on national character. They have to come up clean themselves. They have to come up clean themselves. I say this because when you go to all these ministry and parastatals, you see long lists that are sent from the National Assembly. You see that are coming from president.
Okay.
That are coming from mounting on either the managing director of a parastatal or minister. If they send it to minister will trickle down to parastatals. And you must give those people's appointment. If you don't give
whether they are qualified or not.
Either they are just turning some places into dumping ground. Some cannot even do anything. They just bring them because they are coming from. You know that there are some parastatals, they collect their employment letters and begin to look for who they will give to.
Oh my God.
If you are not in the system, you won't understand the road. Look, we have job opportunities. If you leave this place and say you want to go to any place to apply for a job, they will tell you that there's no vacancy. But the little analysis as a civil servant, workers are employed in badges. Just the analysis here. Workers are employed in badges.
Yeah.
So from my state, let's assume I'm employed 2023. Maybe about 1,000 of us are employed today. They are either going to retire by age of service at the same time or by our own age. If it's okay, let's assume 300 of us retire based on age. You understand? We have 700, right? Now, by age of service, maybe 700 is retire. What are they doing with the replacement process? That's where the problem comes from. It's only somebody wants to work. The replacement that they do, nobody hear about it. Somebody took a job for years and say, I'm waiting for my brother, my younger, my sister's son that is in secondary school, protecting that position for me. Once he finishes, he has not even finished. Some people, before they even finish service, they are given employment. God. Against the ethics of against the rules that you have to finish before they give you employment. See, a lot of things are happening. Government needs to sit down, call on the level of people, look at years of retirement, look at either by age or by years of service. You understand?
Yeah.
Then you now look at it. You will see there are vacancies. What do they do with those vacancies? The National Assembly needs to calm down. The presidency, everybody needs to calm down. Collect all these opportunities, these vacancies, and then look at it and say, let's spread it around. That's why I said when you look at that thing that they're doing with the federal character, it's a very serious issue.
Okay.
It's a very serious issue. If there are opportunities, those national character, this federal character is supposed to spread around.
Yes, yes.
But I just spreading it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm sitting down with somebody that will graduate, somebody in the National Assembly is calling his own constituency. Come, their job opportunity. Take your own. You all are sitting down looking at those things going. That's why I said the National Assembly must come out clean.
They're also complicit, according to you.
Ideologically, create a conducive environment in our own situation. Solve the security problem.
All right. Thank you very much for your Thank
you.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes, I had to give this much time because I just needed that analysis. Thank you very much for your time. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yes. Good morning.
Mr. Abdullah on the line.
Oh, nice to have you. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. First of all, sir, I want to make a complaint about your morning program, please, sir.
Okay.
You should be reading our text message in the morning from 7 to 8, please, sir.
Okay.
We didn't read anyone this morning.
Yeah, so we had what do you call it? We had network issues that time. We had internet issues. I had to use my phone that period.
Okay,
yes,
sir. No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Secondly, sir, I want to talk about this issue you are talking about. First of all, ask yourself as a good citizen of Nigeria, why don't we have power in the country? So, if the federal government or the people of Nigeria are talking about various issues, we should look at the source of the problem.
Okay.
The leaders of this country are not ready to solve our problem. That's the first thing we have to understand.
Okay.
We don't have to deceive ourselves. Ask yourself this question as a good citizen. Why don't we have power in Nigeria? For the past 60 years of our independence, 62 now, or 63, we don't have power. Look at the industries we have in Kano, northern Nigeria, where we have the highest number of jobless youth. Look at in Kano, we have more than 500 companies in Kano, those who have shut down already. Look at Kaduna, look at Ogun and other states in Nigeria. Even those ones who are functioning are very few in this country. And the issue is light, power. We don't have power. You cannot run your factories through diesel because it's very, very costly. You cannot make it. So if the federal government is ready to fix Nigerian economy, to engage youth in doing something, they have to fix our power issue. It's the biggest problem we have. And if you remember, the trillions of dollars spent on power was enormous to generate power in all West African countries. The money spent on power in Nigeria from 1999 to date, as I'm talking to, was enough to generalize power in all West African countries. Why don't we have power? So we cannot blame the citizens of this country to some extent. We have to blame the government because the government is not ready to fix the economy of this country. I'm telling you, if all the manufacturing companies are working in Nigeria, in all parts of the country, you can call somebody, please come and take this offer, go and work.
Oh my God.
For the government, because that company is okay, it's enough for you to give me everything in your life. But because there is no enabling environment in this country, even those people who are trying to depend on their own to manufacture something, sometimes they go against some problems. Even the government now is not helping them at all. You can use your money to do something, but nobody is there to encourage you. It's not like Europe, like Asia, like even some of African countries. So Nigeria doesn't have enabling environment to the citizens. So we don't have to put blame on the citizens. We have to blame our government because government is the source of the problem in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's the problem. That's why we cannot have a national security without economic security. I always say it time without numbers that we can't have a national security without economic security. We have to fix our economic security, and it's easy to have national security. Thank you very much indeed. Abdullah Mekano.
All right, thank you very much, Abdullah Mekano, for your opinion right there. Yes, we need economic security before we can have national security. Of course, if all men are busy, I wonder who is going to be the thief. And if everyone who is qualified is gainfully employed, I'm so sure that life would have been better for all of us. Yes, but whereby we have very few well-connected individuals having the employment, why we have the larger population who are even more qualified, still hustling up and down looking for job. And just like one of my callers did say, enough of always looking for white-collar job. Maybe it's high time we started thinking outside the box. You stay tuned to Eagles 102.3 FM, and the talking point this morning is job racketeering. What do we do to get out of this? How do we reduce job racketeering in our dear nation? That is the talking point this morning. The conversation continues shortly.
Been silenced. We have just found your voice. Take it. Use it.
You assess Nigerians before we become politicians or before we become member of any political party. The kind of things that happen in Nigeria, it's so obnoxious that if God looks down from heaven, you realize that we are really paying for our sins.
Speak your truth and be heard on the Eagles Morning Rise, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on.
Many thanks for staying with us. Still Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on. It's Eagles Outlook this beautiful Tuesday morning. My name is Ape John, Honorable Ape the Great, and it's all good. Yes, we are talking about job racketeering this morning, and your views are still welcome. Yes, just call us and make your valid opinions known this morning. Hello, good morning.
Honorable Ape.
Yes, good morning.
But Clemens, I am Prince, saying hello to Nigerians this morning.
Nice to have you, sir. You're welcome.
Honorable, the issue of job racketeering starts to the leaders.
Okay.
Abdullahi Mekano has placed it rightly where it belongs.
Okay.
These leaders are the progenitors of corruption and job racketeering.
Okay.
We saw what happened during Abba Moro's leadership of the Minister of
Interior.
Interior. Where the job seekers were locked in the stadium. You know how many thousands stadium contains? We were more than spectators of a sport team. And all of them paid 1,000 naira. Is in this context. At the end of the day, what happened? Abba Moro was not brought to book, and he even ended up at the Senate. Job racketeering starts from even election. When people shop for positions and they get it with impunity, with the backing of superior leaders, what are they hustling for? They're hustling for opportunity to be appointed so that they go and look to our Commonwealth. So look at what happened in the appointment of our Senate president. He didn't contest primary for Senate. At the end of the day, somebody who won was dethroned to empower him because they were eyeing the position of putting him in the putting him in a Senate presidency, and they achieved it. That one didn't contest. They were all hustling for presidency, but they ended up as senators that they didn't contest under our existing laws. What are they going there to do? Everybody's just hustling for positions to go and share our money. The same man who had issues with the NDDC that led to even the story of Honorable Minister off your mic. He is our Senate President today. Agbada Senate, Agbada Governor, Agbada Dollar. He is the chairman of the ruling party.
As today. Alleged.
So I'm saying the facts as they are without painting them, either for pro or for con. So go and check all the important positions of authority, whether ministries or parastatals. Go to NMPC, go to Central Bank, go to all these lucrative positions. The children who are there are children that are supported by these leaders. If they don't support you, don't get there. Okay, blame the youth that they don't want to go and look at a job. Go and find out hairdressers who dropped out of schools. They cannot afford to pay power tariff. Some are being charged 30,000 naira per month. How much
do they make a day?
In a month? then think of establishing a business. I'm involved in business. For you to even establish a small cottage bakery, you have to build a setting for it that will be approved by NADAC. You have to buy the machines. You have to install requisite facilities. You have to have a borehole. You have to have a vehicle that will move you around. These are no longer for the poor. So what business do you want somebody to establish with 500,000 naira? Or maybe he borrowed. Go and check those who are buying these jobs. Some are borrowing it with the mindset that when they start working, they'll start paying
back. Unless
the children of the rich, the people, the big people, they are not even hustling for these jobs that the poor are paying for. They are highly placed somewhere where some are earning almost 5 million, 10 million naira a month. Not the type that the poor man is buying that they will pay maybe 40,000 naira, 50,000 naira a month. So Nigeria has been boxed into a corner by leadership. That's all I want to say this morning. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Quite painful, pathetic if you listened to him. It's so unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. Even when you try to survive on your own, the system doesn't even encourage that. And it's very, very painful. And if you don't have money, you can't even buy the jobs. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Okay, I lost your call. You can call back if you can. I remember about 2 or 3 of my friends at some point, a friend of mine paid 700,000 naira to buy one of these uniform jobs, and he lost the money. He lost money more than, was it twice or thereabout? And I told him the last time, I said, you are not even a serious person. It's fact, because you don't even have the right connect. Because as it stands now, even if you don't have the right connect and you have the money, you keep losing money, which is why you even need to be more careful. Hello, good morning.
Morning, the great honorable.
Good morning, sir.
Salute my brother.
Yeah, nice to have you.
My name is Mr. Collins.
Okay, from where?
Calling from Kurudusha.
Okay, you're welcome.
Before I put up my story, the time allocating to each caller, I think is too much.
Okay.
So other people can contribute.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
So also, thank you for bringing up this issue, sir. It has been eating us up as a Nigerians. I also want to make you understand that it's not only job they are racketed, even admission is into racketing in Nigeria.
Okay.
It's not the only job. For you to get admission, you have to buy it. If you don't buy it, you don't get admission. They end up taking the course you want to read and give you another course. I had an experience. I wanted to, my daughter, my ward wanted to do nursing. They said I should bring 450,000. And then I began to wonder, say, 450,000 for what? Is it for the school fees or school charges? They said, no, it's just for the admission. Thereafter, I begin to pay other things. I said, no, I can't do that.
Wow.
So after that, we do the child. So what am I saying is that, when the foundation is bad, it's always an issue. The people that are there as our leaders, all of them bought their position. So they have placed everything on racketing, sir. So for us to address this thing, we have to start from the foundation. From the president to the councillor to all the even those that in the ministry. If you look at the type of appointment they are doing now in ministerial posts, they are trying to compensate some people. Instead of picking the right people, they are trying to pick some people. Even if, I hope you are watching the screening.
Yeah, I will.
To give a serious interrogation, they say bow and go. Is that how to do something in Nigeria? My brother, this buying will not stop. Let me just waste our saliva. The buying will not stop. The racketing will not stop until the right thing is being done. And the right thing being done is for us to put the square peg in a square hole. Thank you very much, my brother. You are doing a great job. God bless you, sir.
Amen, sir. Thank you very, very much. Until we put square pegs in square holes. If not, we might as well continue to buy jobs. Not just jobs this time. We buy admission. We even buy promotion in this country. Can you beat that? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pedro.
Yes, good morning.
Now, Uncle.
Elder Onoja. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are your family? How's everything?
We thank God, sir. We thank God.
My brother, corrupt country ruled by corrupt men. The honest people in this country, they are great enemy people. You see, when somebody ring the election to come and be a governor, come and be a president, or come and be a governor, you need to say you go do the right thing. The politicians, they are the great problem to this nation. I'm not calling for ministry road, but during the ministry road, there's all these things. It's just little. Look, before you join the Nigerian Army, I had to pay Nigerian Army, where you are volunteered to go and search your country. You are going to be with ammunition from the day you join the Army until you retire. You have to buy the before. Nigeria police, not constable now. You take up to 1 million naira before you can join it as a constable.
Oh my God.
Talk less of 5 million, 6 million to enter custom migration. You see how our country be? A corrupt country ruled by corrupt men. You can't go to anywhere. My daughter get admission to federal police. I went that place. He read science. They mind the money they demand before they give her that course. I went. I told them, I have served this country. I'm a senior citizen. Say they help you. Nobody listen to me. If I can serve this country for 5 years and then go before somebody and say I should give money to him, I never take bribe in my life. And if anybody can come and swear, say they're not ever take bribe. Anything we want in Nigeria, want from me, I will give him. We don't take. And that's why we remain up to now. I'm in club 70 now. I still remain as that because I refuse to take bribe. I refuse to be corrupt until I leave the service where I did. So all this is because the wrong person have been in the post. That's why the corruption continues. How are we going to do it? Is it last time that attempt to solve the problem? But politicians, they still track it down. We are not going by revelation that we are going to carry arms. That one can't work. Nobody suggests that one. Last time, the youth came out to change the government. But the same corrupt politicians tracked it down. It's okay, they allowed the election to go the way youth come out last time. All this is for change. But the same corrupt politicians.
Okay, Ed, I'm not just sorry about that. But thank you very much for your valid contributions. And very quickly, good morning to you, my big brother, a sugar boy from Enugu State. Thank you very much. And DJ IJ Jacob says, good morning to you, presenter, all the way from Jos. He's sending us messages from Jos. Thank you very much. And good morning. Job racketeering is another form of corruption. It will never be curbed in Nigeria because our laws only work against the poor and not the rich. If only corrupt leaders in Nigeria will be executed upon being found guilty, all these will stop naturally. Okay, that is coming from Ngara Gabriel from Life Camp. Okay, yes, and this one says this is Barrister Sunday from Dakwa, Niger State. On the issue of job racketeering in Nigeria, it's an endemic that has eaten deep into the Nigeria system. I remember being told to pay the sum of 10,000 naira during my NYSC days for posting for a new PPA, and at the end, my money went down the drain, and I vowed since then never to pay to secure any job. Solutions: creation of multiple jobs, encouragement of entrepreneurs with different business opportunities and environment. Government policies should be put in place to monitor the treatment of employees in the private sector so as to reduce the minimum rather. The idea of going for government jobs as the only secured job in Nigeria, should also be sidelined, I think. Do have a wonderful day, sir. Thank you very much, my brother. Do have a wonderful day as well, Barrister Sunday. Good morning, sir. This is Abdullahi Mekano. Corruption is leading Nigeria from presidency, Senate presidency, speakership, all under probe. Okay? How do you expect good things to happen in Nigeria? My regards to Elder Onoja. and Elder Climate Zion. All right, thank you very much, Abdullahi Mekano, for your opinion. Yes, on that note, it's very sad to see that in Nigeria you need to belong before you can actually achieve. Yes, until we begin to see children of nobody becoming somebody, just like one of our old elder statements did say, until we begin to see the children of nobody becoming somebody, until we begin to see a child from no background at all, beginning to create a background for himself and for people who also came up from, similar backgrounds, then Nigeria will become a better place. Well, I hope and I pray and I know that someday this can be reduced to the barest minimum. The government needs to do something, the people need to do something, and institutions like ICPC, EFCC, they all need to brace up and see how they can also fight this. Corruption, financial corruption is not just yahoo or government people siphoning funds. Job racketeering is also an economic crime. And I'm sure the EFCC and the ICPC, they are equal to the task, and they should do the needful. On that note, thank you very much for being part of the show today. I hope to be with you guys tomorrow, same time, same station. Until then, God bless you, God bless Nigeria. I remain yours one and only, Ape John. Call me Honorable Ape the Great, and it's all good. Do have a beautiful day.
This is Eagles 102.3 News.